I love a good onion on a sandwich, a hamburger, or in a salad. As I get older, I notice they don't like me as much as I like them. If you, like many, have this problem, we're going to show you today a couple different techniques to make an onion tolerable. So the first thing we need to learn about is the difference in onions. So some of the research I did showed that yellow onions are actually the strongest. They contain the most sulfur compounds that cause that bitter, strong flavor. White and red onions are actually a milder version of the yellow, and a Vidalia onion, which I don't have pictured, is even milder yet. Instead of cutting by the equator or orbitally, the experts show that cutting pole to pole is actually a way to have less compounds be damaged, which makes an onion more difficult to eat. The sharper the knife, the less cells will be damaged and the less amount of those compounds will be able to escape, making the onion very bitter. So we're going to treat this onion two different ways. So we're going to take one red onion, super sharp knife. You could also use a mandolin if you want to. That way we'll have these nice small pieces that we could spread out on a sandwich or in a salad. So the first method we're going to use is a cup of water and a tablespoon of baking soda. Simply add 1 tablespoon per cup. So if you make a larger batch, you can do that accordingly. Place that in the water. Add the onion. Give that a stir. I'm going to let that sit for 15 minutes. The baking soda will neutralize the sulfur and give it a much milder flavor. Okay, after about 15 minutes, rinse them. And then they're ready to be put in a jar and ready to eat. For the second method, we're going to do a quick pickling of the onion. This will give it a little bit of a tart and sweet flavor, but it will be great. You can use any vinegar you like. There's white, of course, apple cider. You can even use balsamic. It will turn the onion a little darker. Red wine vinegar is great. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our onions and put them in a colander in the sink. We're going to pour boiling water over the onion. We're going to let that sit while we prepare the jar for the pickling. So what you're going to need is a total of 3 tablespoons of vinegar. Today I think we'll use both apple cider vinegar and red wine vinegar. So about 1.5 tablespoons because it's 3 total tablespoons. Then you need 2 teaspoons honey and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Stir that, and we'll simply add our onion. To give it a toss, place in the refrigerator, lasts 2 to 3 weeks, and the pickling process about 15 minutes. Okay, so here we have the end result: the baking soda and water onion, and of course this is our pickled onion. So I believe either one of these will make a delicious complement to my sandwich. Let's taste them separately first. Very sweet, don't have a lot of off flavor. And this is the pickled one. Tangy, sweet. This is by far my favorite, but this would be excellent if you're not a fan of vinegar. I also want to remind you that whenever you pickle a vegetable, you do get a lot of prebiotics from the vinegar. A fermented item like this is really good for your digestive health. So we could just easily add a few of these to our sandwich. These store well for 3-4 weeks. They're awesome to add to salads, soups, anything you might like. Give them a try.